Okay, so I blocked it that time, and I punish him for it. That's something else I've been working on too, trying to make sure I punish people after the super with. All right, and this is take 2. What's up, everybody? It's Captain Blackbeard Slim, aka Sean. We're gonna go ahead and kill that audio for a sec. And anyway, welcome back to the High Score Haven. I am your host, Sean, aka Blackbeard Slim, former trucker, current trader and entrepreneur, host of the High Score Haven podcast, First Attempt with Friends, and the Mirror Mayhem Tournament Series. I am the BFG with the BBC.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
But if you don't want to say all that, you could just call me Blackbeard. I'm sorry, you could just call me BBS for short. And you can support the channel by checking out that merch link I just dropped in the chat. Doing the usual Twitch stuff, merch, and bits and subs. I'm getting back used to streaming, y'all, so just bear with me for a sec. But anyway, join the Discord and hanging out with us in chat like Al Nimbus is. And just don't be a dork in the chat. Otherwise, me or one of my mods gotta get you up out of here. So anyway, I got a chance to play in an offline Third Strike tournament this weekend. Kind of wound up kind of small, but still had some really good matches. And there's one I want to talk about in particular because it was the one that I lost that kept me out of first place. Because what happened was they had to wind up doing a round robin for the tournament there, and I was doing pretty well until I ran up against this opponent. So I'll talk about that as we go on here, but you can see we got in the background here. And after we do this breakdown, I'll hop on Fightcade for some matches, and that will be the night. So you may have heard me talk about the Tournament of Thrones series before. It's a tournament series that is still going strong in Raleigh, and they decided to expand a little bit and come down to my city, Charlotte, North Carolina. And they had a really nice venue called Game Z or Games. I can't remember what it's called. They had a pretty awesome waffle spot across the street that me and the first mate went to. And we didn't get not one waffle. We actually got a Mexican lunch that was really, really good. Arguably some of the best ceviche I've ever had. Bates got these tacos that had like potato and chorizo in them. That was pretty awesome. What else was in here, man? What else? What did I have, baby? Oh, the quesadilla. Yeah, the steak quesadilla with fries. Yep. Yeah, everything was fresh and cooked to order. A little toasty in there, but it was like an unassuming type diner. So if you're ever in Charlotte and you come to Tournament Throne Charlotte, stop by there like before the tournament starts. Get you a good little breakfast. Say what?
They close at 3 p.m. and they're not open on Monday.
Okay, so yeah, they close 3 p.m. But if you're coming for a Sunday tournament, then you can come before the tournament. But anyway, yeah, they ain't open on Mondays. It's I guess Monday's just a bad day for restaurants. Is that how that works? I don't know. But anyway, first mate is making some burritos in the back, so you may hear a little sizzle. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get into this match. So as you can see here, we're just about to start here. Got it loaded up on YouTube. And shout out to Mastermind 6000 and his page, The Last Level, for providing the footage for this event. I think he was doing commentary, but the mic was muted. I could have sworn I heard him talking while we were playing, but well, that's why I'm here, to kind of break down my own match and provide a little commentary. And yeah, we're just going and get on into it. So I'm playing against food stamps, which if you know is basically we have flannel jack at home. Nah, just playing. But that's kind of the running joke between food stamps and flannel jack. If you know if you knew who these two people were, you would understand why that's funny. So anyway, they both play the same character and everything, and I had to play food stamps today. So this is a 1st to 3, and let's see what happens. Spoiler alert: I did take the L, but we're going to talk about why I took the L. Maybe kind of analyze what I could have done differently, and feel free to contribute in the chat as well. If anyone's watching this, feel free to point out some things. This is not unsolicited advice if I'm asking for advice. So, because y'all know how I normally feel about that. But anyway, let's roll the tape. All right. So start. All right. So one thing I'm doing here is making sure I try not to get too crazy, trying to use footsies a little bit more. Taking my opportunities, all right? Just using my normals for the most part. Oop. So Ken's like notoriously get me with that. They'll jump in with that. They'll jump in with the hard kick and get me with a quick 2-piece, and it's just so much damage is taken off. But let's see. All right, so I try to get him with the back roundhouse, which can be parried high. Oh, okay. Oh, so that was something else I was noticing too. Even in my matches on Fightcade, when people jump in and they attack, Elena's standing fierce is a good anti-air. So moving on here, try to get the back roundhouse again. Again, really just looking. I'm trying to just catch food stamps making mistakes here. All right, and also, well, we'll keep going. All right, quick jump in, and I'm getting a little crazy. I had to back off. I felt myself, y'all's favorite EX Rhino Horns. Okay, he got a free Tatsu for some reason. I think an input miss. I'm just trying to creep up, wait for my turn, and I just ripped the super thinking that he was pressing the button too. And as you can see, he makes me pay for it there. Ooh, with the disrespect at the end. I didn't even put that together. I was so locked in. Thanks a lot, Franco. Anyway. All right, so once again, just trying to play honest, trying to keep the footsies going. He's building meter for some reason, even though he's maxed out. Okay, so I tried to go for the low short there. He didn't fall for it, but he was getting thrown a lot, and I knew that wouldn't work a third time. So you see, I didn't even try it there. Okay, so that's something I've been doing that works as well. Kind of jumps to the opposite side and rip a super, and it works out a lot of times, especially with someone who likes to press buttons. All right, so a little bit of a trade in the air there from both of us. All right, he missed the jump kick that time. Like, Elena's low attacks can avoid some jump ins if you time it right. Okay, and kind of surprised he didn't get the double DP there. I know Ken Mains usually can just get Elena's in that double DP. Get hit by the SA. Okay, so I blocked it that time, and I punish him for it. That's something else I've been working on too, trying to make sure I punish people after the super with that particular combo. That crouching strong into a super. Even though I kind of fudged up a little bit there, it still came out with a little bit of extra damage. So Food Stamps takes that first one, and let's see what adjustments the captain made, if any. All right, so home field advantage here. Jumping in, gets the throw. All right, realizing the shenanigans weren't going to work. I didn't want to press buttons too much. Okay, get the anti-air. So far, so good. All right, about even. Ooh, and that's why I didn't want to like keep on doing my crouch buttons, because you will get parried doing that, especially with someone like Elena that doesn't really have like a good short like a Ken or one of the twins or someone like that. And see, I get punished for it. Captain's a little bit of trouble here. Get the EX DP. Oh, gets a regular DP. I tried to parry both of those, but didn't quite work out. I got the sweep after the Tatsu though, as you can see. And again, just trying to play some footsies. I got too carried away with that Rhino Horn. And North Carolina does not like me doing Rhino Horns. They will get me with that every time. I guess you play me long enough, you know what I like to do. Yeah, I got DP. Try to hit the EX DP again. Food Stamps was a little bit too smart for that. All right, so just okay, got parried for that one. I tried to grab, but for some reason it came out as the freaking the strong, the mid. All right, try to go to EX Rhino Horn. What? So my goal with that EX Rhino Horn this time, that one actually had a purpose because I knew he was gonna jump at some point. I just timed it wrong. So, okay, so I didn't even have a super to rip that time. So I probably still should have got the DP out of it. All right, tried to get a little pressure on Food Stamps. He wasn't having it that time. All right, so got the low there. Try to get a little footsies. Try to give him that half second of doubt. And it gave me enough time to kind of think a little bit. Once again, Desperation EX Rhino Horn. Almost worked out. And looks like I do take this one. I mean, if I remember. Yep. So, ironically enough, with the same EX Rhino Horn, we were just talking about. All right, so moving on. So, still have a chance to take at least a match. All right, so backing up again, just trying to play more careful now, especially because I didn't want to give him any momentum going into that last round. All right, so ooh, okay, gets the good old Ken special there. Oop, I thought ripping again. This is desperation at this point because I'm just trying to get the momentum in my favor somehow, some way, and nothing was working out, and everything Franco was doing was just working. It was just, see, that should have been a combo right there. It was a lot. I was playing really sloppy at that point. And I actually swear to God I jumped that. But again, just that one little half second and it caught me. So now we go into match number 3 of this set. Can the captain get at least one? Can that happen? Because I'm down 2-0. Especially since I'd already had a good run up until then with the other people I played. I was really hoping to make some traction here. But, got the first attack to start off the round. Okay, Food Stamps got me in the corner. Got him back in the corner. See what I can do with it. Okay. Some of my shenanigans working out, building up that stun bar. And the momentum just died all of a sudden. And I think that's where I lost it right there. That EXDP. Like that was the hit I needed and I didn't get it. Okay. So again, just trying footsies and yeah. I get smacked up real quick. So last chance to do something and let's see what happens, man. Okay. Oop. Okay, get the quick throw. Quick jumping in the throw. Once again, missing the DP. So one thing I'm getting better about is not just going for the crouching short into DP like I used to do. Really just kind of going for that crouching short and seeing what happens from there. Unless I know for sure I'm going to hit it. Like if I'm punishing a whiff or something, then I'll do something else. All right, so I'm trying to keep it even as much as I could. Getting swept. All right, getting jumped there. Okay, so finally making some traction here. So I'm getting the rounds. I wasn't getting the set. I wasn't closing. So that's something I noticed too. But I didn't even get the round that time. So definitely good games to Food Stamps there. If you're watching the replay of this on YouTube, feel free to like and comment what you think I should have done better. But let's actually go to thank you very much, YouTube, for that. All right. So, what I did was I actually asked Google Gemini what I should have done. Let's see what AI had to say about the situation. Let me go ahead and pull it back up. Google Gemini. I need to look at previous chats. Yep, here we go. Ken dominates a lane. Actually, I wonder if I could pull this up on what's the name? Yeah, I should be able to pull this up on the webpage. Anyway, let's oh no, turn the lights on, baby. There we go. Look up Google Gemini. So let's see. Gemini. No, I can't spelling with Blackbeard Slim. Gemini Google. Because I know I got it. Let's see. I wonder if it's going to remember my stuff from, okay. Oh, here it is. I found it. I got it. We are here, baby. So I just got to pull it up on screen. And we build the plane as we fly. Y'all know how we do around here. Oh, and there it is. So let's open this up a touch. Okay. Cool. Let's open. No. I said let's open this up. Pause. That's what he said. All right, so I went into AI because I wanted to test like the AI, capabilities of my phone and test Gemini to see what I could have done better. So it says for neutral game and pokes. So based on expert opinions and guides for the Elena versus Kim matchup in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, here's some strategies Blackbeard Slim could have employed for a better outcome. Yo, what is good, Coffee Squad Hemrocks? Welcome back, good sir. Let me go ahead and give you your thing here. Because, of course, we got to have a sound for you as well. Oh, that's not it. That's Kinlo's. There we go. There we go.
Hyper combo finish!
Yeah, Hemrocks, you have been around for the ride, like, for a long time. Like, pre-first mate days. Like, that's how crazy that goes. Like, I think I started taking streaming somewhat serious back in 2022. So, yeah, glad to see you here, man. But let's go through this AI critique of my match for a second. So, neutral gaming forks. So, like I was even saying in the video, force Ken to make mistakes. So, Elena's primary strategy against Ken is to use her long-reaching limbs and card throws to annoy him and bait out unsafe moves. And utilize the best poke. So, this is actually something that I actually caught from AI as well, saying that the crouch and medium punch is a tool, but what I didn't realize, what I didn't put together until now, is that it can be parried both high and low. So that's something to be aware of if you're going to be in a lane main, specifically playing anybody good. So one thing I've been, even when I was playing earlier, and you'll probably see this as I play my games today, is that I'll probably go for now like the low mid kick and the standing medium punch, because the standing medium punch, even though it can be ducked, one, a lot of people aren't used to seeing it. Two, it can combo. Three, it adds so much stun. So look forward to seeing that. And also number 4, this is something I didn't realize till this weekend. I have just a little bit of time to I can dash in right after it and throw. Like I have options out of the standing mid punch with Elena. All right, the only thing I can think of when I play you is you do the super on wake up. I notice patterns sometimes for the shimmy on wake up. Yeah, that's a habit I gotta break too, Al Nimbus. As far as wake up supers, I'm better about it than I used to be, but it is something I'm constantly working on. Which brings us to the next AI critique: be cautious with high risk moves. Elena's standing heavy kick is a good counter to Ken's low attacks, but it's very punishable if whiffed. So, yeah. It's very high kick, very high risk, high reward, especially just like the standing one. The back one, isn't as bad, but the slide, extremely unsafe. Like that slide is, ugh. I don't even really like doing it unless I know it's going to work or if I'm playing someone that's not good. So, defensive and counter attacks. Let's see, anti-air effectively, and that was something I was even talking about in the video that I'm being more effective with too, especially with that standing mid, because I get 2 hits and I get the stun as well. So yeah, Elena can use her own special moves, which you can do Rhino Horn, because I've always said her Rhino Horn is better. Her Rhino Horn is actually better than her actual DP. They fixed that in Street Fighter 6, thank God. Oh my God, they actually gave her what I like to call a real DP now. Yeah, so pause. I can't even do the hey yo chill son right now. But anyway, punish Ken's mistakes. So Ken players often jump, so having solid anti-air responses is crucial. And why am I disconnected from my touch portal? Let's see.
You're not in touch?
I'm not in touch. All right, it says connected device. That is wild. Sorry about that. Yep. So, okay. So Ken has high damage output, but many moves are unsafe if blocked. Which ones? I swear, it always.
Number 2. I hear it. Why would I ever say that?
Yeah, it always seems like it's always Ken's turn. He's just one of those characters, So maybe that should be a follow up question. Matter of fact, we'll ask that follow up question after I finish getting through this. So the choice of super art is crucial. Yep. And yeah, one thing about Third Strike is that your super art does matter. Like I didn't even need AI to tell us that. But let's see what they say about it. So Brave Dance, it's a good form for punishing from a distance and controlling space. Yep, 100% true. SA3 healing, while it can be useful, it's a large single stock meter which limits the use talking with Blackbeard Slim, which limits the use of EX moves. Which, not really, all you gotta do is just, a lot of times the other opponent is building meter as well, so that gives you time to build meter too. Just, you gotta know when to use stuff. But since Elena relies heavily on EX moves for damage and utility, this is a risky choice. The Elenas I've seen don't really use EX like that. At least not the good ones. They usually more focus on like meter building and actually using the buttons. So offensive pressure and mix-ups. Use throws effectively. Elena has a strong throw game. Fax is almost invisible, it seems. So dashing in for throws. And again, we were just talking about that. That standing mid punch gives me a way to dash in and throw. So it's like one of those, by the time I don't even know if it's a real mix-up, but by the time you realize what's happening to you, it's too late kind of thing. So the EX moves are key. They just talked about that, which you can get some pretty nasty combos off EX if you know what to do. So general matchup advice, and this answers Al Nimbus' question from earlier. The Kin matchup is considered difficult for Elena. Many players agree that it's a losing matchup, but it is winnable, especially when the Kin is not that good or the Elena is really good. So, and that's something I've kind of been learning recently. Patience is key. Blackbeard Slim needed to be more patient and wait for opportunities to punish Food Stamp's mistakes rather than forcing his own offense. That sounds like Bates Motel and Flannel Jack in my ear. Pause. Oh my God, that should never happen. But anyway, so you know what? We're going to ask to follow a 6-4 matchup. I would argue more like a 7-3. But again, I think, Al Nimbus, it depends more on the skill level of the Elena and the Kin. Because, like, I'll put it this way. If both players are evenly skilled, then yes, I agree with you. 6-4 matchup. But it gets funky based on the skill level of the players. So, what I want to ask, I said, which Kins... Yeah. Let's do this. Which of Kin's moves are unsafe? See what AI has to say about that. Tell us something, man. Okay, show thing. I thought it said slow thinking. And I'm wearing my glasses, too. That's what's sad. I got my glasses on. Like Thomas J, man. Can't see without my glasses. I know. Bad joke. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and snooze this ad break while I break this down. But also, if you don't want ads, consider subbing if you haven't already. All right, so based on the available frame data, yada yada yada, the disadvantage number. We know how to count frames, AI. But thank you for the people who don't know how to count frames. This would be good. So standing heavy. So standing heavy kick is -5. Crouching medium kick. Really? Again, it seemed because I always see crouching medium kick going to super. So I didn't even know it was. I didn't know it was a frame disadvantage. How about that? Crouching heavy punch. Yeah, that looks slow. And the crouching heavy kick, the sweep. We know about that too. The unique attack, chin buster. I don't know what the chin buster is. Triple flash kicks. So. Oh my God. Bates, no. That's not what that is. Okay, so it even tells you what special moves have the disadvantage as well. Ooh, that's a good question, Al Nimbus. Let me see. Okay, so these talk about unsafe on block. That's what they're talking about, negative on block. So all the fireballs are unsafe. And the okay, so I'm glad they added a nuance here as well. It's important to know while these moves are technically unsafe, their use in the match is contextual, which is why it feels like Ken can get away with murder. For example, Hadouken might be safe if it's done from a long distance, as the opponent won't have time to close the distance and punish. Similarly, a Shoryuken is used as a reverse or anti-air, where its invincibility frames can beat an opponent's attack, even though it's very unsafe if blocked. So that explains why people go into the crouching medium kick into like light Shoryu, because they're taking advantage of the invincibility frames. And again, the frame disadvantage is so little. It's one of those, by the time you realize that you can do something, it's too late. You're already getting Shoryu. Sometimes Shoryu twice. But yeah, that's my breakdown and Google Gemini's breakdown of why I lost at Tournament of Thrones. So like I said, I'm actually going to put this on YouTube probably tonight. I'll go ahead and add this on there tonight, and y'all can watch that and all that good stuff. And we're going to move on to the gameplay section of the stream, where we're going to we're gonna play a little Third Strike. So I'm gonna switch screens here for a second. And we'll get on into it. Just gotta get Fightcade fired up here. No, chat, stay right here. And you, oh, okay, I see what's going on now. Fair enough. You got the AX AI is Ling, are you honest? You know what? Why not? Let's have some fun with that. Is Ling Jiayu honest? I'm gonna ask AI. New chat. Yeah. Is Ling Jiayu spelling with Blackbeard Slim.
It's gonna be like, sure. Yeah, got it,
From Tekken 8, an honest character. We'll do that while we're loading up Fightcade. Alright, so Fightcade's loaded up. And if anybody watching want to get some games in, just find me on Fightcade. I'm Blackbeard Slim. Okay, so here's the verdict out in this. So the question of whether Ling is an honest character, while the term honest in fighting games refers to a character who relies on solid fundamentals, straightforward game plans, and lacks gimmicky or overly evasive maneuvers, Jiayu's toolkit inherently challenges this definition. So in other words, no. So that's AI's way of calling her a degenerate. Yes, heated debate. Probably started by a streamer named Blackbeard Slim. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into these Fightcade matches. Now let's see who is online. And we got Lupin the Bird third. Lupin the Bird the third. That's cool. I like that. Oh, Coffee Owl's on. Let's play his Hugo. We haven't played Coffee Owl in a while. Or he's a Hugo main now. He don't play no shadows. All right, maybe he's streaming. I don't know. We got an AT alien in here. I've seen his name, CCATL. Let's challenge him. See what he's working with. Yeah.
Hey yo, chill, son. Hey yo.
Yeah, no homo. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on into this, and we'll play some games.
Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3.
And we'll get some music going.